Hi guys, I got my PSA return number 1 in the mail, 15 cards. I took all the inserts and personal information out, so now it's just the cards in there. So let's get started. Now I haven't peeked at these grades, so you're seeing them the first time I'm seeing them. So let's see, I think, yeah, this looks like it's the back. Throw that in the box. Alright. Got my phone, or my... There we go. Just ignore me. Alrighty. Okay, so this was my experiment. And it was to see what kind of grades different kinds of damage would get. And so I'll show you a little bit of the damage and then what the grade got. Some of these I just wanted to get graded, so they weren't really part of the experiment. But this has a little bit of light whitening around the edges. And let's see what it got. PSA 8. And it looks perfect almost on the front. So there we go. It's a Japanese Charizard first edition from the Freeze Bolt set. Nearman 8. The reason it got an 8 is because all that whitening around the edges. So the front looks good, the back has whitening. Those get 8s. Well, severe whitening, I would say, even. Alright, this one has a little more into the depth of the card, not just the surface of the card on the whitening. And this got a 6. If you want to see the submission video, I would watch that first before you continue on with this video. I'll post a link in the description so you can check that out. But this is the 1996 base set Charizard, Japanese. And it got a 6. And so if it has like, and you can see up here, if it'll focus, a little bit of somewhat of a crease right there. And it's just got a lot of fraying on the corners. So I think that little crease up there is what gave it a 6. Otherwise, I don't know. But anyway, that's what the fraying, those get 6s. Alright, this got a 9. This is the Mega Battle Charizard set. Or the Mega Charizard EX Mega Battle set. Japanese names for you. But this one got a 9. I figured it would get a 9. I thought maybe a 10, but still pretty happy with a 9. I just pulled a couple random Japanese cards off of out of my collection to get graded. So this one got a 7. It's a first edition Charizard G from the Charizard half deck. Let's see if we can figure out why it got a 7. Alright, I can see that there's a little bit of whitening down there. A little bit of whitening up here and in there, over on the corner. I can't really tell why this got a 7. Oh, okay, so it has a whole bunch of whitening on the face. So I figure if they got whitening on the face versus the back, it's worse for the grade. Alrighty. So this is my Legendary Collection Charizard non-holo, and it got a 5. And let's see. This has a whole bunch of whitening along the edge there. And on the top there, there's a little bit of fading. So if it's got fading, it gets about a 5. So fading, I guess, is pretty significant as far as PSA is concerned. Alright, this one's really bad condition. And I can see there's a little bit of a crease right there, a little bit of a crease right there. Not too severe that it penetrates fully throughout the card. There's fading down there. Okay, so you can see the crease is better on the front. But this got a 3, Shining Gyarados. So now you know kind of what 2 creases would get. Now this is my really severe card, the one I submitted with the crease that was all the way throughout the card. Wanted to see what they would do, or how they would grade that. And you can see it on the face of the card too, and this got a 1. So yeah, they do grade them still, I guess, even if they have a crease like that severe. That's a PSA 1. Pretty cool. And let's check out this card. Okay, this one's got the indentations, so I'm guessing this is the Shining Charizard I submitted. Wanted to see all those indentations. I wanted to see what indentations we get, and you can see kind of a crease right there. So 3. And that gives you a little better idea. There's the crease in that corner. But still pretty cool. Alright, let's check out the back of this. See, this one has 1 crease right there. Other than that, the card's pretty good condition. See how it bends all the way up like that? And then I guess it has a little minor one right there next to it. But they gave this one a 4. So 2 creases, a 3 to a 4. But I guess the card's in really good condition other than the crease, so maybe that's why they graded it a 4. I don't know. That's why I did this, as I want to learn how they grade stuff. Certain different faults and things. My first edition Celebi got a 4. And you can see right there the crease. And then right there the crease. And then down there's a really minor crease. And then you can see that one that goes up right there. These are really minor creases. There's 4 of them. This got a 4 though. Huh. Kind of see them a little bit better in the back. Pretty cool. And this got a 3, first edition. I kind of did this one because I wanted to see what lots and lots of whitening on the face of the card would be. As you can tell, it has a whole bunch at the top there and on the right side. And this is a thin. I explained that in another video. If you want to know what thin and thick is, I'll post a link in the description for that. But you can see there's been some kind of residue damage, or maybe this is just from time, I'm not sure. Right near the bottom, it's like a little bit of warping. So that's a 3. And we got a 5 on the Chansey. I thought this one would get worse than that, but the crease on this goes through the center face of the card. There it is. I guess that's all it had, is that one crease. So if it has one crease, it has a chance of getting a 5. Pretty cool. I didn't know if they had a crease they could get a 5, but apparently they can. And that one is a thin as well. Next we got a 3 on the Poliwrath. It's a little bit of scratching on the face. That top corner is starting to peel. So if they start to peel, they got a 3. And this has pretty severe creasing too, see. I don't know if this will stay focused. It goes through the side right there. And then all the way down the center from the top to the bottom, there's a very minor creasing all the way throughout the card. But that's got a 3. Wow! An 8. To give you guys an idea, oh man, I can't believe this got an 8. This is worth anywhere from $600 to $900 in between that area in this condition. PSA 8. I was hoping for an 8, and I got an 8, but I would have been happy with a 7 or a 6. Oh my heck. It's crazy. So you can kind of see why it got an 8 is there's a little bit of whitening down there in the lower right hand corner, and also in the top center of the card. Also, if you look at the foil, you can see some minor scratches on there. You can only see them at certain light angles. Other than that, like, it looks great. Some of those scratches it's picking up on the camera is actually on the case. But yeah, PSA 8. That is nuts, dude. Wow. One of my most expensive cards now. And PSA 5 Ninetales. So you can see how it's kind of whitening down there, whitening down there. And I think this had a crease on it somewhere. Yep, there it is. That little corner at the top. So if it has a very minor crease, it can get a 5. But yeah, that's my first submission. No 10s, but I didn't expect to get any 10s. I thought maybe I could get the Charizard in a 10, but this was more for like knowledge and how and why they grade certain ways they do. I sent this in there knowing it was this was more of the one I wanted to get graded as far as condition was concerned. I thought it would get a... I mean, I'm going to resell this. That is sick. Let me know which one's your favorite out of these cards. I want to know what people like. Let's see. I wanted to see whether these are thick or thin as well. This is a thick, this is a thin, and this is a thick. And I already think I said the other two. Noctowl, Charizard, Gyarados, Magikarp, another Charizard, there you go, guys. I got 2 other cards that I've had in my collection. Haven't really posted them for sale. Let's see if I find them really quick, show you those. So I purchased this. It's a PSA card holder specifically made for from PSA. Alright, I guess I have 4 other graded cards in here. Gosh, I have my phone plugged in so it keeps pulling the camera. There we go. Just unplug it. Alright, these are my other ones I had in my collection. That way you guys can kind of see all my PSA cards. This is a Beckett 5.5 grade. And doesn't really have any creasing. So I'm guessing if I sent this into PSA, they'd probably give me a better grade than a 5. Like they'd probably give me like a 7, or I think like a 7. That's interesting. And I've got my Alakazam PSA 4 first edition. And then I've got the Charizard Holo PSA 8. And another Charizard Holo PSA 8. These are both from the Evolution set. If you can get a 10 in one of these, which is extremely hard to do, they're worth like $300. So that's what I was trying to accomplish. Anyway, that's all of my PSA cards as to date. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.